All right, hello, welcome back. Week 5, post loose skin surgery. I was trying to just get all this in a minute so I can post it on Instagram, but the fact is it's a longer video because there's a lot that's been going on. I didn't get a chance to do a month video for what it looks like because I developed a stitch abscess, essentially this gap in between the skin. It's at the very baseline of the T, and I've got it covered. So I'll show you, but just know I'm not going to be revealing anything grotesque or too sensitive. But essentially, I had the Fleur-de-lis panniculectomy, which is hip to hip and up the middle, and the connection point at the very bottom between 3 pieces of skin. That's what's coming apart. And so still nursing it. It's week 5, and it's going to be another 2 weeks before that's healed or supposed to be healed. The doctor did look at it and said that it's not infected. But what you'll see today is where my skin is at. Now, I do have scar tape, but it's clear silicone scar tape, so you'll be able to see the actual incision look. But just know ahead of time that there is scar tape, so it's maybe not that smooth in what you see. A couple things before I kind of go over everything underneath here is I'm 5 weeks out. I don't really have any more pain. I'm not taking any pain medication. I'm not on Valium or any kind of muscle relaxer, anti-anxiety medication because of all the concerns that I had. I sleep. I'm sleeping a lot better. I'm wearing the binder, the actual binder itself, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, outside of showering and outside of doing this video. So if you could like, comment, subscribe, give to my chest GoFundMe, whatever you got, I would appreciate it. But I'll show you kind of where I'm at with my chest as well and how everything's settling. So wearing the binder 24/7 outside of showering and doing this video, and outside of the stitch abscess, which has kind of caused a concern, is I've got some blisters that have occurred because I put Band-Aids and bandages on some wound areas, and those unfortunately stuck to the stretchy skin and developed blisters. And some of those have healed. Some of them still have the blood blisters there. So I'll get right into it, show you, and then we'll just kind of talk about where everything's at, how it's sitting, how it's looking, how it's supposed to look, etc. Now keep in mind I am very much and still swollen, but as of right now, and what's the best way for me to tuck this up so I can talk? There we go. So as you can see here, I'm still very much swollen, at times when it's first thing in the morning, I'm very depleted. I am able to see the outline of some of my abdominal area. One thing, when I went to the doctor to check out my stitch abscess, she said that I have I have a lot of muscle structure in my abdominal, and my abdominal structure is very, very well built. And so that'll be nice when this all swollen area goes down. I'll be in a better position to get my abs back and see them, because that will be the goal, to be the fittest I've ever been. But as you can see, everything is pretty much stitched itself up. Now I know that this is a little bit of a groove here. That's not the stitch incision. That's essentially the skin overlapping my scar tape, which is right here. But I do have scar tape all along here. It's clear. Might be able to see it a little bit better. Clear silicone scar tape. I've got it listed on my Amazon storefront. But as you can see, hip. That was, yeah, hip to hip. I'm not redoing this, so we're just going ahead. Hip to hip, very swollen here. So almost this handle that I have, that's not normal. This almost inflammation here, that's not normal. Now, one thing I'll notice is that this is my oblique muscles, which I could see very clearly before the surgery. And this is something that's almost a bump. I thought, oh my gosh, I've got this weird fat layer. No, this is my obliques, but this area is completely swollen still. I talked to my doctor. I said, hey, just to confirm that this isn't the final look. And she goes, no, you're still extremely swollen, and you probably won't see really defining looks until month 3. But essentially, you can kind of see where she cut versus the if you've seen the kind of the first video or have been a part of my journey, you saw the hip to hip, or you saw the skin prior and what that looked like. Well, you can see what she did. She essentially cut from side to side, went all the way straight up the middle, and based on the lines that she drew, she pretty much cut out this and stretched it in. She said I was a very extremely strong stretch, and so I'm going to have a hard time standing straight for quite a while. I am week 5 and I'm at 95%. I do not feel that I can, that first thing in the morning stretch where you put your arms up and you're completely stretched out. I can't do that yet, and that'll be a little bit before I feel comfortable doing that. But the one thing that I am noticing, I'm like, well, it's a little bit lower here and it comes up. These incisions are all going to be skin colored soon enough with good care. I've got a lot of arnica gel that I'm putting on this, vitamin E oil. I've got the scar tape. Eventually, this is all going to even itself out and straighten out when the inflammation and the swelling goes down. I'm still very much swollen. And then the next plan, of course, and why I've still got a GoFundMe going on, is essentially to take care of my chest. I've got essentially my chest muscle goes right around there. So her goal is to get rid of this, and she said she would actually be going into right here. Now I'm trying to get my arms avoided, which would reduce the cost, but as of right now, the plan is either the chest here into the arm or potentially off. But I do have a GoFundMe if you don't mind contributing towards that. As soon as I reach my goal, I'll be able to schedule the surgery, because they do need to essentially take the funds for this surgery a month ahead of time before the surgery itself. So say if I have a goal in January, I would need to have it by December as an example. But blister, and blister from Band-Aids. I know, pain and suffering outside of what has happened is unfortunate, but it has happened. If you can see the belly button, it's probably not too clear on but that's essentially just, there's nothing beyond that. And I've always had a stomach where it's been a never-ending gaping hole, and now that's just the base of it. So once I get the swelling down, I think I'm going to be really happy with how things are turning out, especially with understanding where my true body is. These are my obliques, which here's my chest. I'm like, well, is that my midsection? A lot of things are going to change when my chest actually properly gets removed and I actually have nipples in the right place. Everything is going to, from a composition standpoint, it's all going to be better. So, yeah, these are my obliques, and I can't do too much as far as breathing exercises to kind of show, but yeah, I can feel that I can't do anything. I'm usually able to do some breath work to actually show my abdominal wall, and then also some of the ingrains of abs, which I could see clearly when I pulled my skin apart. My loose skin, I could see abs, I could see definition, but because of the swelling, I'm just not there. It's been 5 weeks again. It's been an up and down. This stitch abscess, just to give you, without showing it to you, to give you an example or an understanding of what it is, it's essentially a little bit of a hole between this line and this vertical line. It's a hole, and there's this white, yellowy kind of membrane that is trying to build up and close. And essentially I'm putting everything that the surgeon told me to do to care for this, I'm doing, and so I'm just waiting for it to close. I won't be able to work out, actually formally lift weights, kettlebells, or anything until probably week 8, and that's when she signs off that I can lift based on what she sees and what she's looking at. So I don't have clearance, even though I'm a week out from that 6-week moment of, hey, I get to work out. I actually don't get to work out until week 8 and until she signs off on it. So that's where we're looking. Again, swollen. A lot of this, what's crazy is that this is, I bet you a year from now, I'll do a 1-year update, and I would dare say that this is going to be so drastically different than what you see here. And what's great about this documentation process is that I'm going to see, wow, that was where I was at 5 weeks in. And then when I get to week 35, or I get to a year out, I'll be able to see kind of what that difference is. But 95%, so here, all the way through here is all healed. It's all closed. It's all straight down. I still do feel phantom stomach, where if I go here to here, it's like my brain is having a hard time understanding where's the rest. And then I have little moments, and I think it's especially on this side. This right here feels like I'm touching right here. I don't know why, but right here feels like right here. So however that is, but yeah, I'm super bloated today too. I just had lunch, so it was probably not the best time to record this video right after lunch, and right after I've eaten and drinking today, but this is where we're at. 95% healed all the way through. You can see some areas that I'm, of course, going to be not targeting, like I can target body fat, but this is swollen, so I'm like, oh, I've got to work on this. Well, I don't know if this is still colored bruised. Over here is still colored bruised, and I still have very sensitive pain around this whole area. So I don't know what I need to work on as far as composition wise until probably month 3, if I'm honest. This just kind of is, hey, everything's healing, but this a year from now is going to be just so drastically different. But nutrition wise, every single day collagen, every single day super greens, every single day arnica in the tablet form underneath my tongue, and also arnica gel with vitamin E oil on the skin. I'm at least getting 120 ounces of water a day, and protein. Essentially having what looks like a bodybuilder's diet, a lot of chicken and rice, very high intake of protein, prioritizing protein, and getting as much raspberries, blueberries, a good antioxidant kind of blend with my water. So protein, super greens, collagen, and I'm actually taking creatine. I'm like, hey, I'm not lifting. Because I'm walking, because I'm moving, I'm taking creatine, and it's just a small scoop, 5 milligrams, because I am active in the sense of I'm going for a walk, I'm getting up, trying to keep my body moving, and so I'm just doing what I can to support my body nutritionally and provide the best fuel for whatever I need. And I've still got a surgery to go, but I don't think this surgery right here and the replacement of the nipple, which I'm probably going to get a 3D nipple, I don't think this is going to be as bad as this, because everything revolves around this sitting. I can't sit straight for a long period of time because this is a major issue, so I'm laying most of the day. Once I get this out of the way, and once this feels normal, I have this surgery, I think it's going to be so much easier and so much better for me to go through. So anything that I missed, the only thing I would say to end this is I wish I was prepared mentally more for the ups and downs and the long haul of this journey, more than I thought I was already prepared mentally. The fact that I've had a discovery of a allergy, or I'm allergic to something on the recovery table, how they clean, hydroxyclean, something like that. I'm allergic to it, so they can't use it next time for surgery. That huge rash set me back. Finding out that Band-Aids cause blisters, even more, the stitch abscess. It's just this nagging, I just want to be healed, and it's taking a toll mentally, and I can't even fully work out. So that mental toll, I feel it, I'm in the middle of it, but I definitely have a look ahead on things are going to get better. They're going to have to get better. So that's how I'm feeling. That's where I'm at. This is how it looks. Again, not the best. If you were to say to me before, hey, this is what you would look like, I'd be discouraged. I'd be like, I'm glad the loose skin's gone, but does this look better than what it was before? And the fact is, I'm so swollen, and my body composition and the swelling here, I'm not looking at the final product, so I can't base this decision on would you do it again, or do you regret the decision. At times I'm like, what did I go through all this for to have it look like this? But I know that this isn't the final product, and I'm just going to have to be patient. And stretch marks are newly being made and created as we go. That's it. That's all. That's all I got. If you have any questions about the journey, I'll try to update you as weeks go on. Again, I'm sorry for 1 month update not being available. This was occupying my mental too much. I had to really focus on caring, and any moment where I was like, hey, I gotta get a video out, I was trying to recover, and I was prioritizing that. So I had a little bit of a minute to kind of show you where I was at from a week 5 perspective, but all healed. Healed. some nagging little things from the blisters, and just need to get this stitch abscess under control, and I think we'll be in good shape. So I will see you all in week 6. Outside of that, if you have any questions, I'll try to make a separate video on specific questions that you have, but I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Oh, I gotta wear my binder. I gotta get